Toys! Yeah, toys!
Yeah.
Toys!
Welcome back to IGN Live at San Diego Comic-Con. As you know by now, Marvel Comics translates very well to big blockbuster movies, but it also translates very well to small plastic men.
Little men!
Little tiny men. Here to talk about the latest Hasbro Marvel toys, I'm joined by a large man who's made out of regular man things, a skeleton and meat and muscles.
Don't ever say that
a regular
again.
man. I don't think a regular man really applies here at
Let's
all.
tear these open.
Let's do
These
it.
are the new Comic-Con exclusives made by Hasbro. We'll start with the big one over here.
Yeah.
What's his name again? I think it's Hulk.
This is the incredulous Hump. He's a very popular character who's appeared in several of the films. So basically Marvel's been doing this cool thing lately where they're doing Marvel Legends sort of retro throwback packaging. This packaging is kind of a nod to the old Toy Biz Marvel superheroes action figures, which were much smaller and horribly sculpted. And the original Hulk was like 6 inches or like 5 inches tall, like the rest of them. But he's supposed to be big, so they made this giant version. So if you get the other figures in this line, they're like yay tall, which is a weird thing. But
so they scaled the packaging to it. If you look at the back, you can see a picture of the Hulk, and he's just really tearing through stuff. Just a heads up, this says fantasy scene in the corner. This didn't really happen.
They really don't want to. They don't want to
you at home
They don't want
might
to
have
get
been
you too hyped up.
And this is the review for the toy, which is 20 out of 5 stars.
Yeah, they also gave it some zigzags, which are good.
Let's get that boy out.
I'll
Let
open
him
it
breathe.
up. Yeah, so this is, I think, it's hard to tell if this is like a new sculpt or not. They've done a bunch of Hulks over the years, and only a very select type of person really keeps track of the individual versions. But
Yeah,
it's
recently
nice to
they
get
did a
just
Hulk that was like a Build-A-Figure, right?
They did a Hulk that was like the Mark Ruffalo version, and there's one face where he's like smiling and one where he's frowning, and I don't like either of them because Mark Ruffalo just always looks tired to me. But I don't know, it's nice to have sort of the classic, like, comic book version of the Hulk. And someone's mad that I'm opening this up, but I don't care.
That's okay.
And here's his crushed pipe.
Ooh, cool. So yeah, you can do illegal stuff with this.
Yeah, so Marvel Legends are just a wonderful toy line. I think that line is coming up on that's coming up on being like.
This really looks like
that does look like a drug thing.
Can I say crack pipe? This looks like
You
a
can
crack
say
pipe.
crack pipe.
This looks like a crack pipe.
Everyone can say, here, I'll say it.
It is technically a cracked pipe, so this is not wrong.
That's actually a crush pipe. It's a different. That's a Marvel drug right there. No, I just love this. He's got his stupid purple pants. He's got his big legs. His big chunky toy.
Look at this hair too. This is so great. Do you think I should try something like this? Just put a toupee on top of my head and just roll around.
That's what it looks like if you put Macklemore in the microwave. So they've been doing a lot of Build-A-Figures. So when you buy the regular toys, they come with a piece, and it's cool if you get them all together because then you get a big figure like this. But if you don't get all the figures, then you wind up with like Juggernaut's thigh, and you're like, that's not a fun toy by itself. But it's cool that at Comic-Con they're selling this in one piece. Hey. Oh! That's a good time. That's a good chunky toy. They also have some other ones which are from some more recent cinematic outings. This is the kind of like figures that if they put these in like a toy store, people would be like, who is this for? But at Comic-Con, that's who this is for. It's for weirdos like us who are into this sort of thing.
Yes. So today we are opening a brand new Benicio del Toro and Jeff Goldblum action figure. That is true and real. I'm super into this. There's that sound everyone loves.
That's the one right there. Yep, the crinkling.
You can follow along at home by just eating an entire bag of chips.
Yeah, head over to your recycle bin and just stomp around in there. So this is the Grandmaster from Thor Ragnarok. He comes with his melt stick, and I love this. This is the puddle of slime that used to be his cousin Carlo before he was pardoned from life. I love how divisive that movie is. Some people are like, superheroes need to be weird and serious, and other people are like, no, like have Jeff Goldblum playing the piano because why not?
Ragnarok rules, man.
Ragnarok's a good time. And then, of course, there's the Collector, who comes with the orb that has the Power Stone deep within it, which just looks like, that's just a choking hazard right there.
Yeah, that's right.
That's just a ball.
So also you can do some like fun playset stuff here. These are made out of cardboard.
Is that a Dalek? What is that? This one comes with a really upsetting little piece of cardboard.
Yeah.
It's got that space dog.
That dog that he captured.
I think they made they made that dog in like a different scale at Comic-Con a couple years ago, but for whatever reason, it's not mainstream enough to have a dog spaceman action figure at store shelves.
There's also the alternate head for Benicio del Toro, where he is wearing goggles, and that is entirely smokable.
Get that out of here. Yeah, so if you're looking also, if you're like doing customs and you really just want like some legs that are just regular slacks, these men are both wearing normal pants. They're not even like exciting Superman pants. They're just some plain pants. I think these are.
My doctor said I should get this checked out. What do you think?
I think it looks good.
You think so?
It's like a beauty mark. It's
Yeah,
nice.
this just like showed up overnight. I was drinking last night, and here it is.
Yeah. It's a delicious blue raspberry flavor. I'm not touching that. I don't
It's
want
really
that.
good. You should try it.
Don't do that. Yeah, so that's the toys. That's the Marvel San Diego Comic-Con exclusives from Marvel Legends. Hasbro will be selling these on HasbroPulse.com, which is their like kind of collector site. So if you can't come all the way to San Diego to buy toys, then you can have a more sensible way of doing that on the computer. What are you doing over there?
You know what I'm doing over there.
Whenever I'm given this like the important language of like, thank you to Hasbro for sending these over, you're always like making them do sex stuff or drug things or whatever. Hey, go post that on Tumblr. I don't want to see it. What is that?
What do you mean, what is that?
Stop
You don't know
it.
what kissing is?
That's not kissing. He's howling. He's in agony. Look at his face.
That
That looks like my first kiss.
That's love. That is love.
Yeah, that's how. Look at that. Just you got to show all your teeth
And
when
if,
you go
if
in. for the
Benicio
smooch.
needs something to kiss, he can smoke his own head.
Yeah,
There it is. So yeah, action figures. They're great.
they're a good time.
See, look at all the small men.
Look at them. They're so tiny. They're just like regular men, except smaller and made of plastic.
Do you want to get us out of here?
We could do that. I was kind of gonna do that thing you usually do to me and just watch you flounder around up there. You got any more pipe goofs?
Yeah, sure. I can hit it.
Have you
again.
tried putting the orb in the pipe? Anyway, there it is. The great new party game. It's crushed pipe and orb. Thank you for joining us. You can collect all of these small posable men and take photos of them in your home. Toys, everyone. Action figures. Adults can buy them as long as we don't call them dolls. Anyway, we've got lots more toys coming up on IGN here at San Diego Comic-Con, so don't go anywhere.
Don't
Never
do
grow
drugs.
up.